Right. So for legal reasons, you're being recorded. Just so you know, you are okay with being recorded.
Yes, please. Let's go.
Okay. So this interview is between myself, Raven, and Shay. Shay is a Bajan Canadian trans woman, and we'll be talking about a few things. So this interview is just a friendly something, just for knowledge and research purposes. So yes, thank you for agreeing to be on the interview, and we're to start. So tell me, introduce yourself. Tell me a bit about yourself, and let's go from there.
Okay, so I'm 23, just turned 23 in January. I'm from Barbados, born and raised. I've been in Toronto like 3 years now. And let me see what else. I'm just living life right now.
Weird name, a girl.
What's my name? Oh, Shay. You just call my name. I'm
Why
Shay.
say yourself? So yeah.
I go by the name as Shay.
Okay, so tell me, we already discovered, not discovered, we already made it clear that we're both trans women, both from Barbados, but you live in Canada now. So tell us a bit about you growing up in Barbados.
Oh, oh my God. Well, growing up in Barbados for me personally was from home to school. Like home was always good and bad. Like growing up with my parents, I was always open. So like I always say how I feel, let people know like yeah, this is what it is. Well at that time it was gay, so I would always let people know. My mom, I'm gay, this is what it is, and they was not having it. So it was like going through well, no, being gay and living in the household I was in was not so great, and then going to public school was another. Like I I've been to private school, so public school was totally different from what I know. So like
Mm-hmm.
fighting and being bullied, like I never knew about those things until I get to public school. And trust me, like I hated fucking school. I was bullied because me being gay, pictures being sent wrong, like like the whole words, honey, like being too much.
Yeah, I went to public school, and then I didn't have the luxury of going to private, but I had a double-edged sword because I grew up in town.
Oh no, you
So
and I
town
also
was a terror.
fucking oh shoot, and I also got
You
jumped
could
like um I've been jumped. You ever been jumped?
girl.
I've been
I
my
actually,
first
yes,
like
I have. It was in 2016. I was walking home, April 2016, and it was after working on the beach, and I went to walk my friends to the bus terminal, and then on my way back home, walking past the police station, Central Police Station in town, um a group of men saw me and they were like, "Oh, she real sweet, blah blah blah. My friend I want to talk to," because I was walking in front of them. So then one of the boys knew me. He lived in my neighborhood, and he was like, "Oh, that's a man." And then the whole thing changed. The boys started chasing me, and then they start pouting bottles and whatever. But I catch one with my pepper spray.
at least you get done. At least you get away, honey. I ain't get away. It was like
Girl,
don't.
that way. I got hit in my face. I had to get stitches and cut my hairline so my hair don't grow properly in my in front of head.
I had them kind of beats, but I was beat.
Yeah, the other person kill your God limit for nothing in transit. The can't believe that dying a real girl and it's like bare
After
problem.
I had to make changes, so refugee was it. Refugee was the only thing to do at the
Right.
time.
So tell me how you left Barbados. So yeah, then you
Yes,
identified.
I actually started my transition before I leave Barbados. Well, before I come to Canada, but
Mm-hmm.
still gay. I was still a boy. I was not dressing. I wasn't dressing up as yet. But all of that changed when I did come to Canada 3 years ago. So now this is like fully, this is it here, this is my yeah right here. 3 years transitioning and going on, honey.
So Barbados is very limited, very stifling when it comes to being transgender and
Anyone in the
growing.
LGBT community.
Yeah, LGBT community definitely, but trans specific, it is definitely worse.
Yeah.
So, how did you find when you started to transition? Did you tell people here, friends, family? How did they receive it as opposed to you leaving to go to Canada and living your life now as a
Well,
trans?
well, no. People honest back before people was not understanding of my transition, so I kind of kept it on the low. Only my family knew and close friends knew, but like now, I can say people know, but like people was not understanding of my transition. They were disrespectful. So I keep everything low, do everything low key,
Hmm.
and still at it.
So, we all know, well, I know because I've been to Canada and researched the refugee thing, work related.
Hmm.
How do you find being a refugee is compared to, because there are many LGBT persons who've left Barbados to become refugees
Hmm.
and living the life on the gram and making it seem like it's this big fancy thing and it's the best life to live, the best choice to make.
I
I
mean,
know you made the choice to leave because of
personal issues and
personal issues and developing into your full trans self and whatever, access to hormones, access to surgeries, access to protective laws by the government, as opposed to Barbados where we don't have any of that here. So give me your view on the being a refugee in Canada.
well, first of all, let me just say, people think a refugee is something that anyone. I mean, anyone can do it, but people just be doing refugee just because they don't know the meaning. They don't know what's the reason for people coming to do refugee. But for me, refugee, like I came to Toronto. I'm living life. Things are obviously different. Like I live my life very good, like no trouble. I go on with my day without no with name calling, stuff like that. Like, um, let's see. Um, hmm. What else do you say? Sorry.
So in terms of the refugee process, like was it easy? Was it difficult?
Well, there's few things you have to do before your process is done. Because I'm still in the process of getting my PR, but everything else is completed. Like getting your name changed and work permit. You have to do all those things. You have to go before the court. You have to let people know like what's the reason for you to be moving to this country and where you want to file for refugee. But for me,
Mhm.
like refugee been very simple. I did what I had to do. I won my case. Um, I go by my I go well, I can go to school, I can go to work. Just like how I was living my life in Barbados, it's the same for Canada. Like I did all that. I have my home. I can work. I could go parties.
Okay, so you left Barbados for a better life to live
Yeah.
in Europe as a trans woman. I know we both know there are other Bajans who leave because they hear about all the perks that
Mm-hmm.
you get as a refugee. Perks as in free housing, free furniture, free money.
First of all, there's mixed up stories. The mixed up stories, honey. This all is free stuff that people talking about, honey. That is not true. I mean, there's certain benefits you can get, but not everybody can get the same benefits. Because me as a trans woman, I am well, just like you said, rent is done by the government and stuff like that. But like other stuff I have to do on my own. So they only do like maybe they will cover your rent and maybe that's it. There's nothing else that they do for you. Like for me as a trans, my rights are they stand how it's supposed to be. Like you know.
Mhm. Yeah, because I know there are a few LGBT persons here, and they're saying they're going to Canada, they're going to be refugees, they're going to seek asylum, and they're going to live the life because they see person on Instagram living this. For me, it's a fantasy because they don't know what the people are going through. There are still persons of the LGBT community that have left here
Still
and
not
have
back
to
to us yet.
Canada to do survival sex work.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, there are a few that I know personally that do survival sex work, and again, that's fine. Everybody to each their own. But what I don't like is that so many Bajans have made it seem like as soon as you're gay, run from Barbados to Canada, become a refugee, and you're gonna have an amazing life. A lot of
No,
people don't struggle.
no, you still have to come Canada. You even though you're doing this, you still have to come Canada and live like you were living back home. Everything is the same. Nothing has changed. Like I mean, you can live your best life, yes, but like the government is not gonna make you live your best life. You have to make that your own.
Uh,
Like, but yeah, like expensive stuff. So, honey, government can't.
because you like Prada and Gucci and
Not a
Fenty.
Gucci. No. I mean, fancy, yeah. I don't know what the Gucci. I don't know, but yeah, fancy, yeah.
Right. So let me not get off track. So in terms of um so how has the global pandemic COVID-19 affected you?
COVID. Well, COVID didn't really affect me because during COVID, I just actually moved into my own place. So like I just started quarantine. So quarantine was actually the best time of my life. Like I have my own space, I can do as I please. I love to be naked at home. But the only thing I don't like about the COVID is certain places being closed. As a trans woman, you like to keep your nails done and getting laser and stuff. Like, honey, laser. But yeah, that was trouble for me. But like anything else, it was perfect.
Girl, when COVID hit, I missed two live appointments.
I
God, the man is crank.
I missed two also. Oh my god. I had two appointments just before and I missed both of them. So like since then I had no laser, no laser. So
Yeah.
insecurity starts to like insecurity is something
I
else.
think the man showing the beard.
That's the worst. But yeah, I've been trying to keep that shit on a low too. Like, buy my own little stuff to keep the face flowing.
hmm Okay. So, in terms of relationships, how have you had, wait, give me a second. How have you found relationships to be since you've become a visible trans woman living in Canada?
Relationships like, you know, together or friendship and stuff. Like friends, meeting new people.
Whatever you want to disclose.
I mean, well, I stay with myself, so I don't have much friends. Who are my friends or who came also to Canada with me, but relationship wise, I have actually, my interests have been a little different, relationship wise. I can't talk about, well, my relationship. I don't know how to put it. How should I put it? I don't want to say wrong. Hmm. I mean, yeah, for me being trans and relationships, I think trans men and also dyke girls have been an interest for me. Like I have, I seen the trans men as men. They're men to me. So like everything about the trans men are the same, very masculine. So I was
Mhm.
very attracted to them. So I've been in a relationship with one like over the past year. We're not together now, but like I've been with a trans man and I actually enjoy being with him. Like nothing changed. Sex didn't change. Sex was the same. Like people be questioning that too. But like nothing has changed about my sex. But I also have a kid too, guys.
Yes, you have a baby.
Thank you, baby.
So you have a newborn son
Yes, I do.
that's genetically yours.
We go, yes, he's mine. People still be asking, oh, how do you get the baby? I saw over the questions, how did he come? Is he really yours? Like, so what are you? Are you mommy, daddy? Like, what is it? Like, just stay home. But yes, I do have a son. He is growing very nicely, very handsome. His name is, well, I won't give his name, but like, he's 7 months, almost one. And that little boy is a handful.
Growing like a monster, real big.
I actually learned to have a little patience because I have none. So actually dealing with him, I have patience. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because you're young. Like I remember you when you was 19 and rain hyper, just
yeah,
all over the place.
all over the place
So
trying to
it's
do this and do
interesting.
that.
Yeah, it's interesting now that you have a child like under a year, and as a trans woman, I as a trans woman having a biological child, like I find it's not often spoken about. It's more so you're trans, you adopt, or trans women taking LGBT children that have been discarded by their families. And some
They're-
of them are fully formed
Yeah,
adults, but you actually have a baby like
yeah.
going
He's
through the
fine.
crawling
No
stage,
steroids,
pulling
no one.
everything.
Just two lovers just made a baby. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, honey, he's everything.
Well, congrats on that. You beat me to that one.
Thank you. I actually always wanted a kid, so honestly, that worked out perfectly.
Hmm.
It wasn't like an awkward situation. I actually met someone who I like, and we both was on the same page about having kids. So like that worked out perfectly. So yeah, that's my situation now. I'm a mom.
Congrats. So, what opportunities have you taken in Canada as opposed to Barbados?
To be honest, I will not even lie. Like I have not taken no opportunities, but I have work. I've been
Mm-hmm.
I was working before, but now I'm trying to like open small businesses, do my own little thing. But everything's in the work, so that's what it is right now. No school, none of that. Just hustling.
A hustle is a hustler, girl. At least it's honest money.
Just hustling and working towards what I really want to do, and that's have my own little business selling cosmetic stuff. I love stuff that too. I love good skin. I love good products. So you guys look out for that soon.
Yeah, you do always like the skincare thing.
Yes, girl. Skin products, as you can see, clear, clean skin.
Very nice and bright. Okay, so have you had any struggles in your transition so far?
Struggles, struggles, not really. In terms of what struggling,
Anything?
it, um, not really. I'm not really. I mean, depression maybe. Like you can be depressed
Hmm.
times. You go through certain things while transitioning, but struggling, I haven't really. I mean, I've been in places before when I first come. That's when you're starting on yourself. You're not sure of where you're going, who's there for you. So like, there have been situations I've been in, but thank God I've been out of there.
Okay, so since you've a standout memory from your last couple months in Barbados and a standout memory outside of your son having in Canada now.
You said how Canada was, how has it been?
Yeah, like
Sorry,
a real standout
was
memory, like
of
something that you will never forget.
in Barbados and here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, in Barbados, well, in Barbados, I didn't have much privilege, like free time to go places. So, like, my best memories was the last couple of days leaving to come Canada. So I've been like, all over the place, partying and sleeping over. Learning one or two little stuff, little tricks. Yeah, but like that's really it for Barbados. Canada, I would say living my best life. My best memories are no. I don't have no good memory. What the fuck? I don't have no good memories. Um, yeah, girl. Well, yeah, my best memories are no, because when the first 2 years being in Canada, I I was actually I wasn't my best. I wasn't on my best, so I could say now that I'm on my feet and I have my own place, and things have been actually better. I don't have to stay with people being getting kicked out, stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. So this is my best life I'm living right now, and good things are about to happen for me too. So more memories will be made soon.
Okay. So in terms of like you said, you've been kicked out and whatever. Have
Yeah,
you faced?
been kicked at people's house, staying at people's house, all that.
Yeah, people usually take advantage of
They do.
newcomers in Canada.
And I've been through that. I can, well, how I feel like that was what it was until now. Even dealing with my relationship, I was even kicked out of where we was living together. So, I mean, I can say now is actually the best memories ever.
Right. Okay. Yikes. So any other discrimination, let's say like in the supermarket, in the train station, have you been attacked in Canada, assaulted by partners?
Assaulted by partners, like relationship wise, or just fights outside.
Not fighting outside the club because I remember how that days was.
No, no
But
fighting, no fighting, no getting clocked, none of that. Like I actually living my best life as in a trans woman. I'm living my best life. Like no clock, no one knows who I am. Like my life is very private. No one knows
yeah,
who I am.
how people say like, your voice is a giveaway, your height is a giveaway, this and that, and that's in the third. You're tiny.
Yeah.
Like I'm 6 foot tall. You're tiny. You're like what? But
Yeah. I mean, yeah. No clocking over here.
you're
Maybe for
you're
the other girls, but not for my kid. Not for me. Maybe sometimes my stretcher could give me away, like my arms and stuff. Like that's one of my insecurities. Like my biggest insecurities is my arms. So I need the arms to give you away, girl.
that's security for all of me. Like mistake I said like my body goes as Ciara,
And then
but girl,
some guys would be like, "Oh, I love a strong girl. Strong girl. In my mind, not strong. I know what you mean, but in my mind, they taking it as, all right, too strong. So yeah, girl, that's the killer right there. That's the killer right
let me
there.
tell you what you get. It's always got some insecurity that
It's
somebody
always
can
something. Always something, girl. But yeah, the arms to me. The arms to me. But anything else, no. We good.
yeah.
I shop in peace. I go to the store. I've been to places that I don't even think I would be in Barbados. And honestly, I've never been clocked or no one like recognized that, can pick me on and say, oh, that's a dude over there, but no.
So in terms of being in a friendship, in a sisterhood, do you have any trans sisters? Is there a close community of girls or a small community of girls that you hang out with?
Like I said before, I mean, I really don't have much friends. There are no girls I be chilling with. Most of the people I chill with are niggas, but like The only friend, sister I can say is you. Like,
Yeah.
you've been there, like, you're the only person I know as a trans woman, like, other than myself. Like, there's no one that I can talk to or, ask about, certain things while transitioning. It's only you. So, yeah, it's not much girls.
Yeah, because I find the same thing in Barbados. Like, you were under me, I was helping you start the transition process, and there's only one other person that I recently started that with, but still kind of feeling out the waters. However, there are other trans women in Barbados that are older than me that
Mm-hmm.
are interested in guiding me, and that's fine. They don't owe me anything. But
Mm-hmm.
now seeing me in my final form is a little bit
Yes.
is a little bit of shadiness, is when with the friends sometimes there's one out you and tell your story to people.
Yeah.
So I find being a community close knit because you're all of the trans experience is not
Yeah.
actually how it really is.
Yeah. No. Some girls don't even get along with some girls, like, so
Yeah,
it's weird.
it's
So,
stupid things.
yeah, like, so that's another reason too. I don't keep girls as friends, not even actual real girl, like girls.
Uh-huh.
Girls always about the drama, and it's always a cat fight. So,
Uh,
mm-mm.
I, but they
It's
got
always
some.
a cat fight with the girls.
Sorry.
It's always a cat fight with the girls. Or if it's not even a cat fight, it's always some petty something.
It is
Or,
petty. I had one friend that, well, they live in Canada now. We're no longer friends, but
mm-mm.
um, it was always a comparison. Like she was lighter than me. I was a dark one. It was like who I was 72, whose hair is longer, all these kind of foolishness. And I was like, yeah, this is toxic. Like I gotta get rid of this. And they did.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense because if me and you were friends,
We
white
should be
comp
able to uplift one another and tell each other,
exactly
like, we should tell each other stuff and, like, this,
like
like, and not
you
take
for
things
second them.
personal.
I'm missing this new weave. It's 32 inches. They want one of them bundles. Nothing.
Yeah.
They
Mm-mm.
it's always some stupid petty cattiness. And again, it's
Yeah.
not all trans women, it's not all trans girls. I just find it happens, and we can attest to it. It happens. I know other people, I've met other trans women from my travels and whatever, and we're friends. And there's one from Africa, and she's so beautiful, and she's messaging me every now and again and just say hi and whatever, like your pictures, you look cute, or you're playing on weight, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a nice little exchange. But I find sometimes people in your own local same birthplace, whatever, it's always be some shit. So I just be like, yeah, miss me with that bullshit.
Yeah. And you know who, the girl.
Yeah.
Always, it's always something with the girls. So not even.
Always. Right. So do you have any cisgender persons in your life, like close cisgender people? Ooh, your video is frozen. Right. So right. Question was, do you have any cisgender friends that are close to you, like born straight, identify as straight, are non-LGBT persons? Do you have any of those close to you?
Sisters, yes, one. She's actually my sister.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only person I can go to and talk to. Like she knows everything. Like that's my closest. She actually helped raise me too. So like talking to her is easy. She knows everything that goes on with me. Like that's like yeah, she's one of my biggest persons that's in my life too.
Okay. Because sometimes you don't have family support, so it's interesting that your sister that helped raise you is still in your life now as a trans woman. So that's nice. Because I tell people that I'm not a typical poster child for trans because like, I've never been kicked out, not been
Yeah,
assaulted.
yeah.
So I have my family support. My mother, you met my mother. My mother's worship the dirt I walk with.
Oh my God, she is something else. Like, my mother is a key.
um, right. So you already talked about long term or short term goals. Like you want to start the business and do your hustle and whatever. Uh, anything longer in the future, like yeah.
In the future, honestly, I don't know if it's too early, but I honestly would love to have another kid in the future, sometime in the future. I do. I do.
You're doing a lot.
No, for real. Like, honestly, having data, like, I could, that's for me. Like, it's like being a parent, and I mean, everybody know how to take care of their own children and stuff, but like, I don't know. I just think it's important for me to just have another kid, and because as you say before, much trans people are doesn't have kids. You know,
Hmm.
so like for me, if I can make it happen, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Um. So this is the final question.
Oh my god, already? Y'all get
Yeah,
rid
girl.
of me?
Um. What knowledge would you like to share with other trans persons? And if you could tell your younger self something,
Oh my
what?
god. I was so not prepared for that. But um what I would tell my younger self?
Yeah.
What I would tell my younger self, honey.
Would you
Yeah.
tell yourself transition earlier?
Well, yeah.
Would you tell
I,
yourself to move to Canada earlier?
being up as a Christian, like, get my out of here. Like, I swear I did not saw that one. So that you hit me, you like put me on the spot right now.
Girl, this that you the questions.
Should get rid of that one. I swear to God. But yeah, what was the other part?
Um,
Read it over. Sorry.
right. What advice, if you answered the part about your younger self, but what would you
Mhm.
tell a younger trans person now? Somebody who's gonna see this video, what would you tell them?
I mean, it's best to always transition in it early, and if you have the support, you should go with it because everything will flow how it's supposed to flow, especially your transition. So,
Hmm.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, because I I I I transitioned at 18, 19. So like I had breast by 19 or whatever. So I agree transition early. It helps soften the body. It
Especially
helps.
when you in fully mature yet and and puberty has not even started.
Yeah.
It's
When
best
you
to
ain't
start it.
fully gone through boy puberty,
Hmm.
get right chop goblin with the boards and the blockers and blossom into a
Honey,
beautiful
that's
become a
true.
big bird.
Cute little butterfly, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I do think people should transition as early as possible.
Yeah.
I'm still a bit here and there about transitioning at like 12 and 13. I
Maybe 12 and 13 is still a little young,
right. If
but
you
I
want
mean,
trans and
if it
cool,
is,
but the physical changes and the blockers and whatever,
if the
you
parents
know,
is supportive and willing to have their child started that early, they could, like, that's even better.
yeah, because again, it's family support. The parents have to make a decision for the child as well, but
Hmm.
mm, I do like 17, 18, 16 because you're legal to do a lot of things at 16.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, girl.
That's it for me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Thanks for having me, Raven. Peace and
Thank
love, unity, all the way in Barbados, Canada.
what?
I said love from. I just talking shit.
Oh God. All right, so
Okay.
thank you very much for doing this, and I'll send you when we post it.
All right, thank you. All right, you too. Cut.
All right, girl, so I'm gonna take off all this make off my face. God, I'm gonna
Ah. What if this thing kind of yeah, I might be on it way, so I able to fucking go and clean up the house and then say I come tomorrow again, so you ain't got it home ready for he again to tear them again, girl. Tear them to you every day. Clean up the dirty. Bitch,
Dear.
I bought it tonight.
Yeah. Well, enjoy motherhood.
Yes, thank you. You'll see him soon, hopefully.
Yeah, just now.
Yeah. I'm going to see them.
Anyhow, girl, I'll
Thank
hear you later.
you. I'll text you, okay?
Bye.
Right.